Hello, marketers. Welcome back. With the launch of LinkedIn Conversions API, LinkedIn has joined the league of privacy enablers in the advertising space. Through LinkedIn CAPI, it offers server side tracking technology that will help you share your first party data on the server side with LinkedIn and will help you mitigate signal loss. LI-FAT ID is one of the crucial parameters that when you send through Convergence API will help you improve your signal quality, therefore your ad campaign performance. Not many marketers are aware of its importance. So let's see what is LI-FAT ID and how it will help your LinkedIn ads. Now, number one, what is LI-FAT ID? LI-FAT ID is nothing but LinkedIn first party ads tracking unique user ID. In short, LI-FAT ID. FAT stands for first party ads tracking. UUID is unique user ID. So that is LI-FAT ID in short. It is a first party cookie that is generated by LinkedIn on your domain. Now, it is not always a first party cookie ID that's generated. It is sometimes also set up by LinkedIn, therefore becomes a third party domain as well. Next, it is similar to a click ID, but we'll see the difference between other click IDs and live hat ID. So it is generated at the end of the landing page URL, and also it is stored in the FAT ID cookie on the user's browser. This LI-FAT ID will help you improve your match rates. LI-FAT ID is very critical to power the conversions API to work to maximize your ad campaign performance on. It is nothing but a user ID that is useful for conversion tracking, retargeting, and also analytics purposes. Next, how does this LI-FAT ID help LinkedIn ads with all that we discussed just now? Number one, this LI-FAT ID is unique for each user. Unlike click IDs like FB Click ID and Google Click ID, which change for every click, LI-FAT ID will not change. Therefore, it will help LinkedIn identify the users accurately. Once it is identifying, that means you have an increased customer match rates when streaming these conversion events through CAPI appended with LIFAT ID. This LIFAT ID is able to identify the user and also map them to the ad accurately. Therefore, you will see an increase in attributions. This LIFAT ID will offer detailed analysis of the campaign because LinkedIn also uses this LIFAT ID in the analysis purposes. LIFAT ID, as we already discussed, it will improve the retargeting campaigns more better because you are capturing the LIFAT ID of a user and sending it to LinkedIn, and LinkedIn will be identifying the target audience accurately. Therefore, your retargeting is far much more better. LinkedIn will be able to give you better performance for your retargeting campaigns. Live hat ID is one of the crucial parameters that helps in improving your LinkedIn ad signal quality. Once the signals are sent, the algorithms of LinkedIn will train on that and will give you better ad campaign performance. So, majorly, this Live hat ID plays a crucial role in improving the signal quality for LinkedIn ads. Therefore, the better the signals, better will be the ad campaign performance. The ad algorithms will be able to understand which user resulted in which ad conversion and what is the complete journey of the user using this LIFAT ID. Next, how does LIFAT ID or LinkedIn first party tracking UUID work? So, this is how it works. A user clicks on the LinkedIn ad, lands on your website. Once they land on the URL, at the end of the URL, LIFAT ID is appended. At the same time, this LIFAT ID is also generated by the first party cookie of your own domain and is saved in the user's browser. If you did not set up properly, which I'll be talking in the next stages, this LIFAT ID is generated by your website cookie. Sorry, it is generated by LinkedIn itself. Therefore, will be considered as a third-party cookie. Next, the validity of LIFAT ID is 30 days. That is, the cookie validity is 30 days, but the ID is same for the user throughout. Now, when you send back this user data along with LifeHat ID to LinkedIn, for the user who landed on your website through LinkedIn ad, for that user, if you send this LifeHat ID along with the entire conversion data to LinkedIn, LinkedIn will be able to understand that user resulted in conversion. Therefore, it will be able to attribute the conversions accurately, far more accurately than it was being able to do earlier. This is how the LI Fat ID works. So user comes, clicks on the LinkedIn ad, comes to your land website. As soon as they land, the cookie, be it LinkedIn from the LinkedIn domain or from your own domain, a cookie is generated which stores the LI Fat ID. At the same time, the URL also is appended with the LI Fat ID. Now this LF ID is valid for 30 days. When you send this LF ID back to LinkedIn ads along with the user details, LinkedIn will be able to map the user accurately and therefore give you a better conversion. Now, if you want this LF ID to be generated, you need to, number one, enable enhanced conversion tracking if in the inside tag settings. Or if you're sending it through conversions API, you need to enable this first party tracking enabled. That parameter should be set to true if you're sending it through conversions API. So, not just that, LinkedIn is also capable to identify the users with this LifeAt ID. So what happens is the LinkedIn's inside tag, once you we'll talk about the inside tag later on. So this inside tag will share this cookie ID with LinkedIn ads on the browser side. This helps LinkedIn match the users accurately and attribute them to the that conversion specifically. Therefore, it helps with conversion tracking as well. Now, once this is done, this LifeAt ID, it's not just used for conversion tracking. Using this LifeAt ID, LinkedIn also identifies the user. Therefore, you can use your retargeting campaigns with better accuracy and offer more personalization to your users. Next, LinkedIn ads enhanced conversion tracking and LifeAt ID. So, when you set up enhanced conversion tracking, the first party cookies are automatically generated and the click IDs is already generated, that is the LifeAt ID, and you need to add, and it is also added them to the website's URL at the end, as I was telling you about it. So, helping LinkedIn ads with more accurate conversion tracking is possible if you set up this enhanced conversion tracking and LifeAt ID. So, you can see this is a screenshot. You need to go to the inside tag settings and check that box beside enable enhanced conversion tracking. So, once you set it up, this LifeAt ID is generated. Now, if you're setting up inside tag, it is not mandatory for you to set it up inside your browser. You just have to enable it and also enable an enhanced conversion tracking. Automatically, LFAT is generated at the end of the URL. But if you want to also generate the cookie, you need to set up the inside tag inside your browser. We will see what is why you should do that, what is the difference, and how do you actually leverage this LFAT ID. So, how to leverage LinkedIn first party ads tracking UUID or the LFAT ID. So, here I'll be talking about this setting up of LFAT ID accurately and what happens, how you set up. So, there are different methods or different ways that you can set up this LFAT ID. So, we'll see that. First, scenario one, inside tag not added to the website and enhanced conversion tracking enabled. Before you move on to the scenario one, I'll tell you what is inside tag because that might be knowing what is inside tag. So inside tag is nothing but a piece of code that is from LinkedIn that will help LinkedIn track all the events completely thoroughly from your website. So that is what inside tag does. It is sending the data through the browser side from your website. Okay. Now, so what I meant by inside tag not added to the website in the sense, so like Facebook pixel, wherein you need to add the code mandatory to the website, in LinkedIn, it is not mandatory. You can still enable inside tag but not add it to your website. But and again enable enhanced conversion tracking. So this is scenario one. Inside tag not added to the website and enhanced conversion tracking enabled. So this is what it means. You're not required to install insight tag on your website, but you must create it in the campaign manager, that is LinkedIn ad campaign manager. And next, you have to enable enhanced conversion tracking in the same settings of insight tag. That you need to follow the instructions so that to enable this click IDs, which is live at ID. So every time a user clicks on the ad and is redirected to a landing page, the click ID will be added to the landing page. Remember, there's no cookies involved here. The LI ID is added only to the landing page URL. So this is when you do not set up the complete insight tag on your website. So because insight tag is not there, the conversion tracking will not be available. However, click-through conversions are supported for conversions API. So despite not having insight tag, if you set up conversions API, click-through conversions are supported. That means click-through conversions happen and those are attributed in your ad campaigns. And view-through conversions aren't supported. So view-through conversions will not be supported despite you have it. So if you want view-through conversions to be supported, you need to set up the insight tag as well. Next, scenario 2. Insight tag added to the website and at the same time enhanced conversion tracking also is enabled. So this is something that will help you. So what happens here? You can see first add insight tag to your website, then you need to enable enhanced conversion tracking, and then you need to follow the instructions to enable click ID. Here you can see how the data, the entire you can see now. I'm sorry. So every time a user clicks on the ad, the inside the LI fat ID is added at the end of the URL. At the same time, it is also stored inside the cookie. So the click ID will be added to the landing page URL and the cookie store. So because it is added in the cookie store, the cookie that is storing this LI fat ID is present in the browser for 30 days. That is the validity. Now, next. I'll just move to the previous scenario 1 second to show you something. So here I was mentioning about view through conversions not being supported. However, if you send additional user IDs like email, etc., you can also leverage view through conversions. So live at ID will not help you here, but email ID will help you. So when you're sending email, hash it with SHA2. Now coming back to scenario 2. So user comes, clicks on the ad, lands on your website. The click ID, the live hat ID is added to the landing page URL and the cookie store. The cookie that will store this live hat ID is valid for 30 days and it is from the most recent click. So once, let's say today you click, the live hat ID is stored 30 days. Again tomorrow you click, again from tomorrow it will be stored for next 30 days. So that's how live hat ID is being stored. Next, click-through conversions are supported for both insight tag and conversions API because you are adding the insight tag to your website. So it is the click-through conversions are supported for both insight tag and conversions API. View through conversions are supported for insight tag. They're also supported for conversions API only if the user previously clicked on another one of your ads in the last 30 days if you retrieve the click ID from your cookie store. So then view through conversions can be leveraged for conversions API as well. That's how you will be leveraging this LI fat ID. Next, so I'll be just sharing these ways that you can improve your signal quality. So LI is one of the parameters, but not the only parameter that will help you improve your signal quality and therefore make your ads perform better, ad campaigns perform better. So use the user IDs whenever possible to help increase the match rates. When the match rates increase, you can automatically see that your ad campaigns performance will also increase. Not just ad campaign performance, you can also run better retargeting ad campaigns as well. So what to do to improve the signal quality? So the IDs are very important LinkedIn to identify the people. So this is the order that LinkedIn has given. Number one, email ID, but email ID should be hashed using SHA-256. Next, LIFAT ID or the LinkedIn first party ads tracking unique user ID. So Along with that, you have Axiom ID, Oracle Moat ID, first name, last name, company name, title, country code, and lead gen form response URN if you are getting the leads from lead gen ads or the LinkedIn lead gen form. And this lead gen form response URL is generated for even organic leads that you get from your company page. So all of these will parameters that when sent to LinkedIn ads, LinkedIn will be able to improve its signal quality and therefore deliver better ad campaign performance. So to conclude, LFAT ID is important. As a best practice, set up Convergence API and send LFAT ID through Convergence API. And to also leverage view through conversions, I've already mentioned here, you need to retrieve this click ID from your cookie store and send it back to LinkedIn ads. And CustomerLabs helps you with this. So we will help you store all the user IDs at one single place and send it to LinkedIn ads for increasing your match rates. So send all the required event parameters to LinkedIn ads through the server side using Convergence API, and that will improve your signal quality. And for better performance and basically maximizing your LinkedIn ad campaign performance, you need to send high quality first party data, and Custom Labs will be the right partner for you to leverage your first party data ops or 1PD ops. So if you want to set up LinkedIn CAPI, find the right partner like CustomerLabs and move forward with your LinkedIn ads. Now, there are a few FAQs that I've come across. I've just take you through them. So first, what is LinkedIn Convergence API? I know most of you might already know this, but still I'm iterating it. So it is a server-side bridge to send first-party data to LinkedIn ads. So you'll be collecting the website data and then send all this data on the server side to LinkedIn through LinkedIn CAPI or LinkedIn Convergence API. It's a very privacy-centric way which will offer more privacy to the users because the data is sent on the server side, and for the marketers because the data is sent through server side, there's no signal loss, therefore better ad campaign performance. Does LinkedIn create third party cookie to track users for ad purposes? So basically, Life Hat ID is a first party cookie ID, is what most of you know. But if you do not set up the inside tag on your website, but just enable that, and if you don't set up the inside tag properly, and if you don't set up the 1P domain tracking, the first party domain tracking, LinkedIn will set that cookie through LinkedIn.com, which is a third party cookie. So LF Hat ID is not always a first party cookie. So if you set up first party domain tracking, it will generate cookie on the first party. It will generate cookie on your own domain, that is first party domain. So be careful on how you're setting up. So LinkedIn has offered you a choice for you to set up either third party cookie or a first party cookie. Go with first party cookie because third party cookies will be blocked by ad blockers. And moving forward, all the browsers like Firefox and Safari, which already did, Chrome also might block these third party cookies. So choose the right way, choose the better way through 1P domain tracking to set up LinkedIn and get this LFAT ID to LinkedIn ads. Next, is LinkedIn inside tag third party cookie tracking? So I've already answered it. It's no and yes. It is a third party cookie tracking if you're not set up correctly. No, it is not a third party cookie tracking if you go with 1P domain tracking. Next, how to send LFAT ID to LinkedIn? So use enhanced conversions and the inside tag, and then you can also set up conversions API and send this LFAT ID to LinkedIn ads. So when sending through conversions API, make sure that you set the first party tracking enabled to true. So that will capture the LFAT ID from cookie store and will send it to LinkedIn. If you face difficulty in sending LFAT ID to LinkedIn, let us know and we'll be happy to help you out. Next, using Life Hat ID alone helps improve signal quality. No, LinkedIn first party ads tracking unique user ID alone will not help you improve signal quality. There are various customer information parameters that will help you improve signal quality. Life Hat ID is one of the crucial parameters that will improve the signal quality, but as I have shown here ways to improve the signal quality, these all parameters also matter in improving your signal quality. Next, what is the lifetime of LFAT ID cookie? So as per LinkedIn's official documentation, the validity of LifAT ID cookie is 30 days. So 30 days from the last click of the user. So or the latest click of the user. So after 30 days, the cookie will be expired. However, you can store it and again send it back to LinkedIn ads. Next, what is the purpose of LifAT ID? So, as LinkedIn says, LifAT ID can be used for conversion tracking, the robust conversion tracking, I would say, and retargeting, better retargeting performance, and analytics. So, these are the three main purposes using LifAT ID because LinkedIn identifies the user based on LifAT ID. So, it is beneficial for you. Now, I have been telling throughout the blog what is the that LF ID is not like any other click ID, not like FB click ID or not like Google click ID. So how is LF ID different from Google click ID or FB click ID or any other click ID to that matter? So what happens is when you look at FB click ID or Google click ID, the click ID changes from each click. So every time a user clicks on a different ad, it keeps on changing different ads. I mean, whereas LifAT ID does not change with each click. It is constant for a user. So that cookie which is stored on the browser has one unique ID for each user. Therefore, it is far better, which gives you a lifetime tracking of a user. So that is what is a life at ID does. So LinkedIn offers you this robust life at ID, which is very beneficial because it is a constant user ID, a unique user ID for each user. So that is something you have to understand. That's the prime difference between LifAT ID and Gclick and FBClick ID. So that's it. Thank you from my side. If you have any questions, feel free to join our community at Custom Labs, community.customlabs.com. We'll be happy to help. The community is for you, marketers, the 1PD of specialists. Any doubts, any queries, put them across and we'll be happy to answer them. And if you have any questions on this video, comment below and we'll be getting back to you. Thank you. Have a good day. By the way, I have attached all the resources that you need. Like, if you want to talk to us or if you want to just explore our platform by trial signing up and, explore LinkedIn conversions API, I'll be giving the documentation part for the LinkedIn CAPI setup through conversions through CustomerLabs and all that here in the description of the video. Thank you. Have a good day.